Hi, Nadia.
Hi, Nadia. Welcome. Introduce yourself for my friends, please.
Hello, everyone. I am Nadia from Algeria. I am a teacher in middle school. It means that I teach children of 11, 12 years old. I teach English. English is the second foreign language in Algeria. Not most of people speak English in Algeria. We generally speak Arabic and French. French is the most important language in my country. For myself, I speak Berber. It is the language of the origin inhabitants of North Africa. It is spoken in Algeria, Libya, Morocco, and Tunisia. I like reading and listening to music. I like meeting new people. I join these kind of groups to improve my speaking, my English speaking skill. Because in my area, we don't speak English, just only in schools. Thank you.
And we have other friend from Algeria. Her name is Linda. How many languages do you speak? 4 languages.
Me? You speak to me, Mr. Tony?
Yeah. How many languages do you speak?
Berber. I speak Berber is my mother tongue. I speak Arabic, I speak French and English, but I want to improve my speaking skill in English.
As Linda too, okay. Today I have, thank you and welcome, okay? And we have today my friend from Poland.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to say that I'm very happy being here. So in a good society, because almost all of you are teachers. So I'm so impressed and a little bit shy.
And I feel happy when I receive in here lots of people, no matter if they are native speakers, English teachers, etc. You know the story already. And I have Sunil from India. Welcome, Sunil.
Hello. Thank you. How are you all?
Meet Nadia from
Good.
Algeria.
Very good.
Nadia, where's your camera? Nadia? Nadia's having a problem. Okay, let's go. Let's hear you up, okay? Today, Sunil, Anita is my co-host, okay? Let's go. I will. Do you know, guys?
I'll try.
Do you know, guys, about the topic for today, Sunil?
Yes, I know.
What's the topic about?
Like about the competition. The question was that should
Beautiful
children
topic, by the way.
Have the competitive nature or not? Is it good or bad? This kind of questions we're going to discuss in today's chat.
And we are ready for this kind of discussion. Let's go. Please, my friend from Marie, my friend from Marie.
Yes.
Let's go. Please, could you read the text for us?
Okay, should children be competitive? Okay.
Yeah.
Child development. Child development experts point out that a little healthy competition can be good for kids. More, he says, children who engage in competitions earn critical social skills for interacting with other children while also learning the value of hard work and developing self-esteem and self-efficiency.
What do you think about this topic, Marie? So you have a child, yeah.
Yes.
And Anita has Anita too, a daughter, and Nadia, you have children, right? Nadia, please, can you read the sentence?
Like
Nadia, you don't need to unmute your microphone because we are just seeing 5 people, okay?
Do you hear me like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You asked me if I
To
have
read,
children. Yes, I am a mother for 4 children.
For children. For children. For children, Nadia.
Yes.
Okay, can you read it for us, please? To some parents, competition is a dirty word. Can you read it, please? Can you see the screen?
Yes, I see it.
Please, can you read it?
Not only does it, yes, to some parents, competition is a dirty word. Not only does it place too much pressure on kids to be their best, they argue, but it can also cause unnecessary stress and leave children feeling disappointed if they don't measure up. To shield kids from disappointment, many well-meaning moms and dads either declare everyone a winner or avoid competitive situations altogether. That's what I see on your screen. That's
You
all.
can read, you can see the screen. That's okay. That's okay. I have more here, okay?
Yes.
Please, Sunil.
Okay, but is a shelf full of participation trophies really the answer? Not necessarily. Child development experts pointed out that a little healthy competition can be good for kids. Besides setting them up for wins and losses later in life, hey, they won't always land that big promotion. Competitive activities help them develop important skills they will use well into adulthood, like taking turns developing empathy and tenacity.
Anita, in red, please. Competition
Yeah,
helps
okay.
kids learn that it's not always,
Yeah.
please. Mhm.
Yeah, competition helps kids learn that it's not always the best or the brightest who are successful, but other those that work hard and stick with it, says Timothy Gunn, PSD, pediatric
Mhm.
PCD, a pediatric neuropsychologist, owner of Gun Psychological Services Incorporated in Southern California, and the judge on Lifetime Network's Child Genius, Battle of the Big Brightest docuseries. Docuseries.
Yeah.
That's more, he says, children who engage in competition earn critical social skills through interacting with other children, while also learning a value of hard work and developing self-esteem and self-efficiency.
Okay, let's hurry up, okay? Because unfortunately we have only 40 minutes. Anita, your experience, for example, about children being competitive, do you think it's harmful, good at a certain point, or not good enough?
Yeah, okay. First of all, I want to say that competition is our blood. It comes to us from ages, you know, and it's like a human nature, you know. So I read about in some articles about this issue, okay? So it's another point of view represented by philosophers. They say that maybe we should avoid competition at all, because it makes us, you know, jealous, maybe, or they can make a negative influence on us, you know. So I think that, as usual, the truth is in between the both, you know, because in my point of view, it depends on a competition. When it is treated like you know, just to compare people to each other, just treat others like enemies, it could be negative, you know, for kids. But when you treat it like development, you know, self-development, cooperative, or all these things, it could be positive, you know, for kids. And also this issue can prepare young people to life, you know, in general, because as adults, we faced different situation, you know, at work and real life. So we don't need be, you know, competitive at all, you know. So we should learn something, you know, from the early age. That's my point of view. But it's always balance, good balance is needed.
Okay. Guys, I have to say, when you were a kid in here, I have four siblings, or all the time fighting about something. Super competitive, guys. I was, but I don't have kids. Okay, I don't have children. I don't have this kind of experience by having kids. It things for me is kind of normal in certain points. I don't know.
I think also that it depends on a person, you know, because and personality of individuals,
Yeah, I'm a
because
strong
some of us,
personality.
we are more competitive and some of us, we are not. For example, in my case, I'm not a so-called competitive animal. So, you know, I'm very nervous when I faced competition, you know, so I prefer cooperation. That's my way of improving. And also, I don't need competition to improve myself or self-improvement, you know. So because I know when I want to achieve something that I work on it, and I don't need to compare myself to others, you know. But I think that it should be, a person should be enough mature to understand it. But for kids, I think that they should, you know, experience competition, you know.
Yeah, you said right, Anita. I even told you guys, remember the previous meeting, I don't need to compete with others, just with myself. We are receiving here, and so. Okay. Would you like to say, Maureen, your points about being competitive? Are you
Yes.
a competitive person?
No, I like
Oh,
it, but no, it don't go with me. I don't like to be under stress.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
I think everything has an advantage and a disadvantage. When it comes to kids, of course, it helps them to grow stronger mentally as well. But at the same time, it can cause low self-esteem in those kids and even negative feelings as well, and also unnecessary stress. So I
Yeah,
think,
avoiding stress. You're right. Okay.
yes, avoid the
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah.
But like Anita said, we have to balance it off. It's always good to challenge yourself. This is what makes us stronger when we go through different things and we deal with it. Yes.
Especially boys, they are super competitive. Because I have just one sister. Now imagine the scene, guys. We are fighting every single day, kicking each other, you know, punching our throats, Tony. I was the brave one, the younger one. Okay, let's hear from you. Nadia, please. I don't know why I have a problem with my friend from Madagascar.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah. Are you having problems with your net connection? Algeria.
You hear me like
Not so good, your sound.
okay, maybe my connection is not good. Hello?
Hello. Try to speak, please.
I can hear you.
Okay. So as Maria has already said, it is competition is a double-edged sword for children. It can be good in the sense that it motivates them. When competing, they become motivated, involved, and they try to do their best to be the first. to gain, to win the game or the competition, but sometimes it is stressful for them. In my case, I have 4 children. They are, especially during this pandemic, they don't play outside. They play at home. They play Scrabble, Monopoly, and chess. They are always quarreling, especially the youngest one. When he loses, he cries. He doesn't accept to lose the game. I try to explain him that when playing, there is always a winner and a loser, but it's hard for him to accept losing the game, especially when playing chess. But I think it is a good thing for them to become stronger, and they will learn from their experience when competing with others. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's go to Sunil. Anita, I put in box our chat, okay? The top. Let me manage something here, okay? Just bring in people, okay? Let's go. If you need to read the test, okay? Feel free, okay, Sunil?
Alicia.
Okay.
We have answer
Like
from...
if I'm okay. Okay. So shall I start?
Sunil, please.
Hello.
Your points, please. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So like if I'm gonna talk about myself, like yes, I am a competitive person. I don't like to lose anything. But as far as for the children, like I think it is not good, like from that early age, to have that sort of competitive nature in themselves. Because if children will have that sort of nature, they will lose the childhood. They will start, like no doubt that if someone is having competitive nature, they will learn different stuff. They will have that sort of creative skills that everyone should need to get through the real situations of life. But from that early age, that's not a good thing. But after get some experience of life, like after maybe they turn to the adults, then the competitive nature can help them. Because like I don't know about the all that things, but like when you get younger, or like when you are at a college or university, you have to have that sort of competitive nature in order to be noticed by your professors or maybe your authority. Because what actually happen in this kind of places, like there are thousands of students competing for one thing, and if you're not gonna, if you're gonna say that I'm not gonna compete with them, you will lose. No one gonna notice you, no one gonna say you anything, and you will be set aside. You will not gonna get anything from that. So there are some places where you have to have the competitive nature, but there are some places also like where you don't need to compete with others. And one more thing, like the competitive nature is not meaning that like you will just compete to defeat others. Like some people think that we are competing to win, not to defeat others. And like you said, like in previous meetings, you said, Tony, that like competition is not all about competing with others. You can compete with yourself as well. And if you are competing with yourself, that would be better. You will get more stuff to learn, more stuff to do. But like, as we all familiar with the term that more of everything is wrong, like no matter what that thing is, like even though if you are competing and if you are taking these things very seriously, that will get you a large amount of stress, and that is not good. So for some time, competitive nature is good, but sometimes it is not good. So you have to be like decisive. You have to decide that where you should apply this nature and where you shouldn't. So it's up to completely up to that like person that who is dealing with that sort of situation. So this is going to be my point of view for this.
Sunil, I have a question for you, okay? Do you think that you can, or someone can get used to be, you know, competitive, or it's like, you know, nature, human nature, and of this particular person, and it's nothing to do, you know, to make it better? What do you think?
Good question.
Like, yes, there are like if there are like many people who have that competitive nature naturally inborn in themselves. Like I told you just few seconds ago, I don't like to lose. So I can put everything what it takes to get there, or
Okay,
whatever
but
I'm looking for.
you mean about games only?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
like
can
it's not about,
learn. You can learn it.
yeah,
Or
because like
not.
when you are,
Yeah.
no, you will learn, definitely you will learn, like, because when you are competing with others, you will learn definitely many stuff from others, from yourself as well. So
Anita,
for me,
just a moment, Sunil. I think it all depends on the age too, yeah? I think so.
yes, it depends. It depends. Like if I'm gonna say, like, I never thought of that, what gonna negative impact I'm gonna have if I'm gonna continue with this sort of nature, competitive nature. I've never thought of, because I always think if I'm not gonna compete with my fellow students, I'm definitely gonna lose, and then I don't want to. So it depends on the age as well. Like when you are young adult, you have that sort of extra motivation, extra energy to put in everything
Yeah.
without thinking about extra stuff. But when you get older, you will definitely get responsibility to discharge. So you'll have to think about that. And there maybe you will say that like elders don't have that sort of like a competitive nature as young persons do. So it depends. It's to some extent it depends on the age as well. But yes, obviously you will learn definitely many things when you're competing with others.
Yeah, that's okay, Sunil. Sunil,
Yep.
thank you, Sunil. Ainsu,
Yep.
the topic, okay? What's your points about? Are you the kind of person who loves to be competitive? Or you are a calm person, you compete to yourself?
So I compare to myself. I think competitive is something natural. Like animal, for example, they want to be the king. So it's always on competition for the another animal. And it's natural for in human. So if you were human, so you need to have this competition in your life, but it's not always negative or positive. So there is many competition that you need to do in your life for survival. So for example, if you have a kids and you do some games, and just if you want to be better than the another, so you have to do something more than his friends. So you need to for example, to say how what is my goal and how I need to do for surpassing that. And that's positive, because you need to always thinking about the goal and not just living and not having the goal. But competitive not mean that you have to be competitive with another else, but your life, and as well the goal that you put in your life. So if we are not competitive in our life, I think our life will be really boring. And something that we did today, we have to surpass it tomorrow, and it's over like that every single day. And like, for example, at school, if there is not a competition at school, so it will be perhaps no one want to do our exercise at home, or to just thinking, I need to learn hardly because I want to be the best student in my class. So competitive is really positive if you can just suggest you, if you lose, you learn something, not just that you need to win, but you have to know, I have to do that because my goal is that, but even I don't accomplish it because someone can be win, so I can lose. And if you know, I don't know what is the noun in English, but there is a specific noun to indicate if you lose a competition and you were good for that and accept it. I don't know what is the word in English. Like you lose, but you accept that you lose. So you are happy and try for another round if there is another to be performance than today. And life is always like that. Even we don't to be a competitive person, we can't what can I say? I want to say something particularly, but it's really difficult to me to explain it. So we can go in advance if we just like feel that it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Sunil, I put in box about being
Yes.
competitive, you know.
Yeah. So you want me to read it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Being competitive can have an ugly connotation in our society. It has become, in some ways, synonyms with greed, envy, and narcissism. But feeling competitive isn't always about climbing the ladder, winning the race, or getting ahead. Competitive feelings are completely natural.
Can I ask you guys, sorry, what
Okay, feel
is
free.
the word if you lose a competition and you feel great?
You feel comfy with.
I think there is
You are not
one
stressed
word
about. You're not
particularly.
stressed about. Please, Marie, what's the right term to say? If you
I'm not
lose a
sure.
competition, you feel not angry
To
with.
me,
I don't know.
I'm not sure if there's a term for that. Losing and accepting. It's
Uh-huh.
just you and your personality. If you lose and you can
Mhm.
accept, it means you're a strong person, you're not sensitive. I'm not sure if there's a
Okay,
word
you
for
are not
that.
so sensitive. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Mhm. You feel good because you don't feel the necessity to compare to others,
It's like you
Yeah.
wouldn't stress over losing. I don't
Uh-huh.
know if there's a word for
Okay,
that.
that's okay. I got you. Let's try to find out about the term. Okay, let's go, Anita, please. My co-host, okay? I'm searching for more, okay? Let's go.
The next one, yeah.
Yeah, pick the
Yeah,
test,
okay.
okay? Mhm,
It is bad. This one, yeah.
mhm,
Is it bad to be really competitive?
mhm.
Being competitive also has its disadvantages, such as people being labeled as conceited, self-abandoned, too picky, full of themselves, and not being flexible and sometimes passive aggressive. It is best to balance your competitive traits as well as learning from losing and knowing it is okay to lose.
Yeah, Einstein was talking about this exactly. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go, Anita. What do you think about this? Is it bad to be really
Yeah.
competitive?
I think that because I work with children and I observe something like that, that some of them can accept, when they lose more easily than others, and it depends on a particular person. So there are some kids that are completely don't accept if they lose, okay? And I think if the younger the children is harder to accept it, and I think also that competition is not for all, even for children, because there are some people which are blocked, when they start company, and that's why it's blocked them completely, and maybe to do things more often, you just get used to this. So it's the same, I think, in case of competition, that if you compete more, perform more, that you are better on it. Yeah. So but there are some natures, they never get used to it, and that's a problem because they are stressed too much or they are even blocked in some points. But I know this kind of kids, and what we can to do with these children. Just explain that there's nothing wrong to lose, or I don't know. Some of them are also maybe too perfection, so much as a perfectionist. So they also want to be all the time the winner, and it's also not so good because it could destroy them. And it could, when they lose, they treat it as they lose everything, and they damage themselves completely. And it's also not good. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, this is it. Marie, I put in here. What about this one? I accept there's no hard feelings. This could be the right term
Bad
to say.
feelings.
When we don't feel bad with by not lose when you lose something.
That would be
About the
something
competition,
you say to the
towards
other
to what Ainsu just said right now. I'm trying to find out the term, okay? The right term.
no hard feelings.
I accept that. No hard feelings. I think this
Like
Sunil.
asking somebody if they're upset.
Yeah.
Else is upset because you're not. So you're trying to tell them it's okay. No hard feelings.
Yeah, because Einstein said about this term, remember? When you lose the game, you don't feel bad at, you know.
Yeah, no hard feelings.
I accept that. No hard feelings. Let's go. Okay, Sunil, please.
Yeah. Okay. So like
The second
for me,
one.
still
What about the second one? Your points, please. Let's go. 5 minutes.
Oh, like as I
7
said
minutes.
lately, and right now I'm gonna say the same, that being a competitive nature, it's not a bad thing. Like I don't know what's gonna happen with me after the like in later period, but right now, as per my experience, having a competitive nature is nothing bad. Like it will help you to learn, it will help you to grow. Because right now it's not going to be that much like important whether how much we're going to be debating on it, but like the real world, how it is like acting, how it is like making things. If you're not going to compete, you're not going to get it, because there are thousands of people right here, they are competing for the same thing. And if you're just not going to compete with them, even you're not going to get anything. And in order to get the things, it could be anything, you have to compete. But the question is here, like what kind of intent you are having while you are competing with others. Like you are having the intent to defeat others, or you are competing with them just to prove better and win. So you have to look on those things first, like when you are competing, because the way you think, the way you act. So if you are thinking that I'll have to defeat that person, you'll maybe end up doing something wrong. But if you are thinking that no, I just have to improve myself and I need to have the best place, and if you are competing for that, you will definitely going to get whatever you are looking for. So it's for me it is not a bad thing to have that competitive nature. It will definitely help you to grow. And yes, sometimes happen, even though you have put your 100% effort, you will lose. So in that place you have to accept it, because like when you have already put your 100% effort into something, even after that you lose, you're never going to have that sort of guilty feeling. That is automatically going to like disappear from your mind, because you have already put your 100%. So like for me, being a competitive person is not a bad thing. It is always going to be a good thing, as long as you are competing for something where there are thousands of people competing for the same thing. So for me, it's a good thing.
Yes, okay. Nadia, please. Are you ready to talk? Your points. You're mute, please. Unmute.
I agree with Sunil. I consider that competition is a good thing, a positive thing for us I think for 80%, because when competing, we have also always the desire, the will, the motivation to continue and do better. And whether we win or we lose, we are doing a good thing, because when we lose or when we fail, it's not the end of the world. It is just the first step for success. When competing with superiors or professionals, it helps us to improve our self-esteem, improve our skills. And for the children, we must explain them that participation in a game itself is a kind of success. It is not important to win, as important to participate in the game. When you participate in that game, it means that you are able to do a lot of things. You have a good level, I think that it's preferable to compete than staying alone and being like a stupid, a happy stupid. I don't care about competition. I don't care about others. This make us always positive. And sometimes even jealousy is good for us, a positive jealousy. It encourages us to increase and go forward.
Mhm. Green jealousy, okay?
And do our best.
Green jealousy, okay?
Positive jealousy.
Respecting points,
Positive
respecting
jealousy
other limits. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
means if we are, I say if we are not jealous, I don't know, we are empty. We don't
Mhm.
care about others. I ask my children sometimes to be jealous, honestly,
Mhm.
especially in studies. My eldest daughter doesn't care. She is intelligent at school. She ranks good marks, good results,
Oh.
but she doesn't care. I am intelligent. I don't revise. I can answer the questions. Doesn't matter. She doesn't want to be among the first persons, superior, and something like that. Contrary to the youngest one, he always wants to be the best. He doesn't accept to lose the game, or when he doesn't know, even his drawings, when he doesn't perform a good thing, he is upset. So they are two extremities. We should balance the things.
As Anita said, yeah.
Yes.
Nice words, Nadia.
Thank
Nice
you.
words, nice words. Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
not a psychologist or a therapist to explain such things. Just I keep my point of view.
Yeah, because this topic is, I think, is hard to discuss. Yeah, because we are not psychologists. But though Anita knows something about, it's hard to discuss. Yeah, Anita.
It's hard to discuss, but guys, really, I agree with all of you because each point of view are okay. So, and I can imagine that, you know, it depends on the person. For Sunil, it's good to be competitive, you know, and I
He's
agree,
younger.
of course, yeah, and it's of course. But for example, for me, I'm very stressed when competing, and that's why for me it's maybe not so good. It's maybe it could increase my motivation in some points, but most of time I feel not bad, uncomfortable, you know, and that, you know, makes me, yeah, push me down.
Yeah,
So
I know.
it's not because I want to be a winner all the time, because I don't. And that's why maybe, I don't know, maybe confrontations, you know, it's enough, you know, to be stressed. That's why, for example, when I'm doing something for the first time, it's always better when I am aware that I'm, you know, I'm starting competing, you know, that's it's you know, it decrease, you know, everything. And but it depends on the person.
Anita, we are competing against the time, okay? We have to break 5, okay, guys? Okay?
Okay,
Same
yeah.
link, guys.